Something that's very interesting is about 3 weeks ago, we experienced a problem. It was the first of its kind. Basically, the network experienced a huge number of transactions where people were transferring and trading these cryptocurrencies, like Ethereum for instance, into digital assets like crypto kitties. And this clogged the network. Everyone likes cats on the internet, so it kind of made sense. We saw this massive clog of the network, which took about 4 or 5 days to clear before transactions were coming through in the normal fashion. It doesn't surprise me that we've got some new technology that's just out on the horizon, which is really going to set off in 2019. Now, we're in the pre-development stage at the moment in a lot of these altcoin technologies, but there's one that's popped up nice and early. That's called Aelf. Aelf is different to what Bitcoin and Ethereum is. It is basically a cross-chain technology which is capable of communicating in various different ways. And some of those ways will interact with Bitcoin and Ethereum and also other new blockchains. But what I really like about it is the analogy. Let's say you're looking at a tree. The trunk of the tree is your main blockchain network, and that's what Aelf is. But off the sides of the tree, you've got all these branches of different industries, and these branches will have little side chains off them. So it means that if you've got an industry of insurance or finance, you're going to have this main blockchain network, which is going to be capable of running all these side chains at the same time, while still incorporating other blockchain technologies through it. So you can still transact Bitcoin, Ethereum, but it's a decentralized system, so it's able to handle the load. So basically what Aelf is doing, it's combining all the technologies out there. So similar to what Next is doing and EOS is doing, but it's combining them all into this one platform. The other thing I love about Aelf is the Grid Foundation. It's basically where the founders are setting something up, where they're going to commit a lot of their time to helping companies in the industry join the Aelf blockchain. So they're basically digitizing their companies and forming blockchains for industry. So we're going to see this massive movement. Now, there's huge investment in Aelf as well. Aelf has been out since the 22nd of December, just before Christmas. So a lot of people did miss it, but it's still holding its current value. And that's because there's a lot of VC capital behind it. And I really see the launch period as being quite long, which is very good for a cryptocurrency. That's what you want. You want something that's going to be stable and steady over time. Sure, it will have its volatility, given a few months when people jump on it. But for the time being, it's sitting around $1 US. If you're looking at where the price of Aelf is going to be in the future, so price speculation, you really need to understand what Aelf is going to be used for. There's numerous things that we haven't thought of, but basically Aelf is for industry. Period. We're not going to be seeing this used in a personal manner, except if it's peer-to-peer on Bitcoin and things like that. All the sidechain technologies are really going to be eaten up by insurance, finance, Internet of Things, transport, smart homes, you name it. It's going to be on a blockchain similar to this if they're not on their own blockchain. I really see Aelf as being the ideal blockchain for scalability. It's really going to be able to handle multiple networks with ease compared to something like a blockchain that's going to be choked but when the capacity gets too much. There you go. Simple overview of a decentralized communication network, which is going to revolutionize the industry as we know it. Now, 2019 is quite far away, so definitely do your own research in the meantime. Check out what Aelf is, check out the people behind it, the technologies adapting into the future, where you think it's going, and a quick disclaimer, if you are putting in your own money, only put in what you can afford to lose. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my word as gold if that's going to be a thing in the future. Of course it will be. If you want to donate and you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, and also you can find me on Steemit. And if you want to send some Steem through, I'd much appreciate it. You can send it through to MyDay, which is my handle, and I'll definitely put that directly into Steem Power. If you're unsure what Steem is or Steemit, check out my other video. Hey, thanks very much for watching. And if you've got any tips on other altcoins or anything like that, drop them in the comments. I'd love to read them and find out about your thoughts on Aelf and also other alt currencies, as well as Bitcoin and where you think it's going in the next couple of years, because I really see it going through the roof. It's going to explode.